Creator Breakfast starts right now.
And we are live. How's everyone going? Welcome back to Creator Breakfast. Got about three things happening at once here. Let me welcome everyone to the stream. It's good to have you back. And I hear noises at my door just as I go live. It just put me off. I had to take my headset halfway off just to figure out what's going on. But yeah, welcome to Creative Breakfast. How's everyone? It's bright and early today. I know I'm coming at you guys probably about 20 minutes earlier than I normally would in US time at least. For some of you who are getting daylight savings and stuff this time of year, you got the summer in the southern hemisphere, then it's probably coming at you a little bit later. So good to have everyone. We're going to get to the shout-outs in just a second. We're going to go straight to a Be Right Back screen because I just need to really quickly take care of something. If I can find my Be Right Back screen. Straight into the stream. And this is what I got. I'll be right back. And we're back. What a way to start the stream. My daughter just got home from her Saturday evening out and was banging at the door just as I went live. So let me get rid of that. Let's see who's in the chat because that's what we like to do at the start of these streams. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been live, so let's hit up the stream. Just Gem. Before we start, AV Ezoid was here before the stream started. Let me move the chat there just above the ticker. There we go. And then as we went live, Just Gem with the Poggers and a few other Pogs along the way. We've got Peter Dell in the house. Piano Music, Clocks, Learning and More by Youssef is here. Hi, welcome to the stream. James Scott is here as well. And Stranded Aliens. What up, humans? Yes, I believe there would be some humans on this stream today. Let's see. And Bill Weir from Switzerland as well. I think I've hit everybody that has chatted so far. If you're lurking in the background, feel free to say hi in the chat, which is what we like to do. And we're back. Creative Breakfast off a 2-week hiatus. I was going to go live 2 weeks ago, but I got a late-breaking video I had to get out, so that precluded me. And then last week was my son's 21st birthday party, so that precluded me from streaming on a Saturday. So it's good to be back. Good to be back with you all. As people come in, like James Pruitt, we say g'day. We'll jump on and say g'day. So what is Creator Breakfast? Is where you get to ask questions, Q&A about creator-related stuff, whether it's live streaming or mobile stuff or YouTube or bits and pieces that you might have a question about. We answer the questions. All you have to do is put your question in the chat, and it'd be helpful that if it's a question for me, just put a Q in front or something like that, or question or Q, and we'll hit those. But as a bonus, from top of all the normal stuff we do, there's a little something going on this weekend. I don't know if you've noticed it all, but it's a little something called Black Friday. Well, in the US, let's wind it back a bit. In the US, Thursday's Thanksgiving. And that means that the Friday following Thanksgiving is what's called Black Friday. And we have coming up on this coming Monday is something that they like to call Cyber Monday, which is a lot of online sales. But basically, it turns into a week of wonderful sales in just about every sort of space in retail and online shopping. So what you find is you probably noticed it in your YouTube feed, probably yesterday, depending on where you are. This morning when I woke up on my Saturday morning, I had all the streams and the videos on camera gears for sale and other stuff for this and that and the other. A lot of deals basically. Now I didn't want to make this stream just a stream full of deals. I wanted to still make this a place for your Q&A, so we're going to be doing that, which is awesome. But I'm going to pepper in just a handful of deals to mention that are worthy of mentioning for people who are content creators. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm just dialing things in. Little thing I need to announce first of all is I have a new microphone. So this is my first stream with this new microphone. I got it a couple of weeks ago, but because I hadn't streamed for a few weeks, I hadn't had a chance to use it. So just getting it situated so that I can... I want to get it situated close enough to my mouth, but not too close to distort. So, and then I've got a little bit of idea for my Focusrite on how that's going. So I'm just going to sit back and just let the mic do its thing. Hopefully that will work well. And everything should be back and working. We can go to the B camera. Here we are. It's a little it's the Canon M50 for the USB. So it's a little bit not as smooth as the other one coming through the 4K cam link, of course. So yeah, there it is. Now I've got to remember which camera's on so I can look at the right camera. So let's dive in the chat first and see if we've got any questions before we get going on some of the other things, do our subscriber shout-outs and all that good stuff. All right. I believe I saw... let's see. Doug, appreciate your help with getting my channel set up for viewer pleasure. Not a problem. Glad to help you out with that. Got to remember which camera I'm looking at. Okay, Bill Weir, here we go. Now my mouse... I need a new mouse. It's probably a good time to buy a new mouse, Black Friday sales and all, but my left button is double clicking at times, so when I click on a comment to bring it up, it removes it straight away. So bear with me. Does anyone use ATEM Mini Pro with a Rodecaster through a MacBook for StreamYard? You know what? I think Nick Nimmin is pretty close on that. He uses the ATEM Mini. He uses the Pro or the Pro ISO, because he does the recording as well. He has a Rodecaster Pro for his audio, and I'm not sure if he's running it into his MacBook or his PC, but he has them all set up for his stream, so I'm not really sure which one's running the show. But yeah, Nick Nimmin certainly is someone that's pretty close to that. Now, I'm running a MacBook Pro, but I'm not running either of those two things at the moment, so I'm hoping at some point I probably will pick up a ATEM Mini, and Rodecaster is always a good thing to have handy. If I had a Rodecaster, I'd probably I've already got the first Rode mic that would be perfect for it. The pod mic here is made for the Rodecaster here. So that's the answer to my question. Nick Nimmon's probably the closest person I know that would have that exact setup or very close to that setup. And I'm sure there's plenty of others. I know there's a lot of people who stream on MacBooks. Okay, I know there's a question here from Peter. Let me just move that a bit. I have a video uploaded a few months ago. Can I change the music not using YouTube library but from a file on my computer without losing? Unfortunately not. The YouTube swapping out music feature, I think, only works with the YouTube music library music. I don't think you can upload your own track. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong on that. So you could check that in the editor, in the YouTube editor. That might be something you can do. But as you say, I think that is only for the using YouTube Music Library, because they know that then is cleared music, because usually people are using that feature to swap out like a copyright claim track for a non-copyright claim track. But sometimes you want to change it out. As soon as you download or remove that and replace it with a new copy of the video, then it's gonna wipe all your views and watch time and everything else. One thing you could do is maybe just unlist it, move it to the side, make the changes to the video, and make a new version of the video, upload a new version of the video as like a new and improved version. Maybe you want to wait maybe a little bit longer to give it time to, since that one went up and people have watched it. Maybe you can make some other changes to the video to make it less exactly the same or carbon copy as the old one as well. So maybe like a remake of that video, add the music that you want to use, maybe improve the video in some other ways, maybe some new information or whatever it might be. It's okay to remake a video down the road. Obviously, you don't want to do it too soon, because people watch your video say, "Hey, didn't you make that video like 2 months ago?" You don't want to do it too soon. So yeah, I don't think you can change it out. What are the prohibited words? I'm not sure which prohibited words you mean, so let me know in the chat exactly. Just drop it in what you mean by prohibited words. Are you talking about blocked words? And are you talking about the ones that YouTube are keeping an eye on, or ones that creators are putting into their blocked words list? Let me know what you're talking about. Doug, give us a smile. I don't know what that was about. That was probably from 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I can understand, because you've got like the A10 Mini sitting there, so you've got to switch your cameras. You've got to watch your audio levels on the Rode. Maybe press some audio effects on the audio pads on the Rode Procaster. Yeah. And then if you're running StreamYard then on your computer, then you got all those controls. So that, yeah, maybe you need a producer. That could be the thing. You might need a producer. There we go. Doug, you helped me gain so much views. Last time I'm getting 50 plus views. Now I'm getting 100 to 120 views. That's good. That's good news that your views are going up and are increasing over time. You're seeing a better response to your videos. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to switch cameras in a second. Oh, KA Mafia YT is in the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's go back over here. Blocked words. Now, when you start, blocked words that you can update in your, I'm looking at this camera now. I'm still not used to using two cameras. When you're using the block words list in your studio setup, so you go into, can I pull it up? I can pull it up. Just give me a second to jump to the right page, get past all the YouTube dashboard business. And we go to this YouTube settings, and then it's under community. So if you go to your YouTube dashboard, then go down to the settings on the left-hand side and then pick community. Let me see if I can go screen capture. Here we go.
Grab a fresh cup of your favorite morning drop. Create a breakfast continues.
Okay, you should see. Yeah, I can see it on the live there. Okay, this is the community settings part of YouTube. So if you go past, you got a box for moderators, a box for approved users, a box from hidden users, and then there's a box for blocked words. It says comments closely matching these words will be held for review. Live chat matching these words will be blocked. So if these words turn up, now there's some unsavory words in amongst that, so I'll just keep moving it. I don't have a huge amount in there. I haven't added to this in a while. I actually do have. I did have a copy of somebody's like master list that somebody had published somewhere. I don't know what I've done with that. I think I've lost it. But if anybody sort of writes in the chat or in comments anything that matches this, then it's going to flag it as held for review. It's not going to show it live to people. So that's something to look at. Now, when you start out, this box is completely blank. So you have to figure out which words and then add them into this box here. And then once you've added some words, you can click save. Other thing to have checked as well is this block links. So if people post any sort of URLs or hashtags into the chat where it's like a linkable thing, it's going to hold those for review as well. So yeah, let's go back to that. Oh, it thinks that I made changes. All right, we're back. Back on the other screen. Oh, I'm liking the picture tonight. I don't know how that picture's coming through for you guys, but it's looking not too bad on my screen. I've tweaked some lights a little bit, just positioning, and tweaked some camera settings in Ecamm Live, which is what I'm using to stream. So let me see if I've missed any questions here, because okay, that's where I'm up to. Oh yeah, talking about blocked words. Where's my breakfast food? The closest thing to breakfast I got is I do have a coffee in a Christmas mug. That's my breakfast food right now. Take a sip of that before it goes cold. It's going to be iced coffee soon, or lukewarm coffee. Okay, we'll keep hitting the question. While there's questions here, we're going to keep hitting the questions, and we'll get to some other segments shortly. With the title, should it be long tail titles with as many keywords as possible, like amazing bird sounds from the lyrebird mimicking voice and sounds? Not so much. What you want to do is you do want a long-tailed keyword, but not a long-tailed title. So if you want to know the difference, long-tailed title is like what you've done there, where the whole title is stuffed for SEO. You don't really want to do that. What you want to do is figure out a phrase, testing it in something like TubeBuddy or Morning Fame, or doing some keyword research in the YouTube search. You're looking for just a keyword phrase, like if I was doing like how to live stream using Ecamm, whatever the best keyword phrase I can find matching that or similar to that, because that's what I'm trying to go for is, hey, I'm doing a video on how to live stream in Ecamm. So I find what people are searching, look in YouTube, find out what people are searching for, use that as the first part of my title. So nothing, just the basic statement like how to, or the, whatever that search term is that you're finding that you're happy with, you might have a fairly decent score with in something like TubeBuddy or Morning Fame or vidIQ. And then you want to add to that something compelling. So it's not just optimized for just that search part or trying to stuff keywords. It has to be sort of understood by someone who's searching down the suggested videos, something in their feed, something in their subscription list. They see the thumbnail, catches their eye, they read the title. The title has to sort of make sense to that person at that point. So having something that somebody's searching for is good for that. But having just a bunch of keywords where it doesn't flow, doesn't make sense. That's where you start to lose people, maybe start to lose the click. So you want to have that searchable term in there so that it comes up in search. But then you want to follow on with something compelling, like sometimes you go for that sort of the news headline type thing, like "You never believe what I can do in eCam," or something that's going to grab attention, like this amazing tip that you've never seen before, or something like that. Something that's like compelling that go, oh, brings a bit of intrigue and go, okay, yeah, I want to click on that because I want to find out what that's about. Something along those lines, and you can vary that a bit, and you probably want to move the searchable part to the front of the title. So hopefully I've explained that in an adequate way. I'm still dialing that sort of thing in for my titles as well. I'm sort of still dialing in the best way to format that and working. That's the ideal, and sometimes you just got to figure out what's working, what's going to work for your audience, and what's going to work for your type of content as well. Can you please teach on how to stream in Streamlabs without on camera? Yes, more Streamlabs videos are coming. Now, I'm assuming you're talking about Streamlabs on mobile. There's a follow-up question. How many channel keywords can I use in the channel keyword section? Is there a limit? I would probably go for no more than 10. I'd probably keep it under 10. You don't want to give it too much to confuse YouTube in the background as to what your channel's about. You want it to be focused, so you want it to be just keywords that really tightly describe what your channel's about and the type of content that you make. So so no more than 10. Here's a great question. What is Nimmin Live? Nimmin Live is a live stream that happens at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is coming up right after this live stream. As you can see, it's probably just over an hour away. That technically is when I'm due to finish, to have that quick break before Nimmin Live starts at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is in just over an hour from now. And it is a show run by the one and only Nick Nimmin, the premier YouTube educator, communicator on YouTube, in my opinion. Over 700,000 subscribers, helping many, many channels reach success on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, that is coming up in here. That's sort of what it's about. YouTuber Q&A. And it's basically a question and answer format, a lot like this. But over on that one, there's so many people there live in the live chat that you submit your questions via a form. So there's a link to a form. You can go and drop your questions in there. And that's a great place to get YouTube-specific questions answered. So highly recommend it. After this stream, you head on over and join Nick's stream. And I need to be going back to here. Here we go. We're back. And Sulf Photography is here. How's it going? Welcome. And Paul Peck is in the house as well. And Raheem with lots of X's and a 103 and an exclamation mark. How do I live stream on Streamlabs iOS? Because it keeps stopping the stream every time I go live. Yes, Streamlabs mobile apps of late have been very buggy. I've been thinking on doing a video about this because they've been putting out subpart apps at the moment, and I think their Android app, they recently put out an update late October, and I think it was really bad. Looking at the reviews on the Google Play Store for it. And I can't even download it to have a look at it. I've still got the version from February on my Android device. So there's some issues there. Now on iOS, They've put out some updates. It is somewhat working better than what it was when they first put out the major update in late September, early October. So I've been talking through some of the updates and putting videos out on that. About a week or so ago, was it 2 weeks ago? I put out, which is the one that I had to make that precluded me from live streaming 2 weeks ago. So it was nearly 2 weeks. It was nearly 2 weeks ago I put that one out. That was the Streamlabs 3.0.7 update for iOS. And some of the live streaming stuff is now working a lot better. And what I found is there's a lot of people who really don't know that there's some limitations with Streamlabs on iOS and on Android that the people aren't aware of, and so I get the same questions. So I might do like a Q&A video and answer some of those common questions, or even a dedicated video on a particular question. So and then the key one is like why this issue is happening is common. That the stream stops after they try to go live, and sometimes what I think is happening is people don't go through the right steps to set that up before they do the screen broadcast option in iOS. There's some things you need to do in Streamlabs on the app to make that happen. So I'm going to do a video on that, so we'll cover that. Not something for the stream though. But yes, White Noise Studio in the house. Good evening, afternoon, good morning, and good day. G'day. All right. Where are the mods? Yeah, where are my mods? Beanie. I say Beanie draws 3 times. He's one of my OG mods. He hasn't been here for a while. Beanie. I don't know what sleep patterns he's on at the moment. Beanie, if you're out there, g'day. Although where Beanie is, it's coming up to midnight. He's an hour ahead of me at the moment. I'll just scroll through the chat. Let's see if we get caught up. See if there's any questions here. Is Nick Nimmin the same as Roberto Blake? Well, not the same person, but yeah, they do similar stuff. Nick Nimmin is more straight YouTube, tips and strategy, advice, whereas Roberto Blake does that, and he also talks about making an income online. It's very much business and entrepreneur focused for creators and creatives. So yeah, they all have their different flavors. Like D Nimmin, he touches on a lot of YouTube stuff as well, but he focuses on mobile creators, which is really good. I really dig D and Nick both. All right. There we go. What are rules for this channel? Do you mean like rules for live, for people in live stream chats? Let me know what you mean by rules specifically, so I can address that a little bit better. I could ramble on if I just guess. Digital tools of the trade is here. Indeed. It's one way of summoning Beanie with the elbow cough, which in the and the emoji for the elbow cough looks like, because of the cough and the thing, it looks like you're dabbing. For the first however many months that they had added that emoji to the YouTube chat, I actually thought it was a dab. I think it's about time we shout out some of our recent subscribers. So this is a little segment where I like to do a bit of shout outs to some of our recent subscribers to the channel. Here we go. This segment is brought to you by all the tools that are in the little scroll thing there. Paul Peck thought it was a dab too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right, let's get to this. This is the segment I like to do on each live stream. It's shout-outs, the most recent 8 public subscribers to my channel. So the last 8 people to subscribe to my channel who have their subscriptions turned on, because if they're private, then we don't see them. From the top down, and the top is the most recent. Global City Unity, welcome. If you're in, and if any of these people are in the chat and listening, maybe lurking, make sure you say hi in the comments or in the chat, whatever you call that. Next, we have Braxton Allen. Most of these are names I can pronounce today. This is great. There's no like XV, Heart, Love, thing, gamer tags. Carl Williams is here as well. Subscribe. Classic Video Maker has subscribed. That sounds like an interesting channel. Blue Oof. Is the Blue Oof sounds, maybe it's a gamer reaction channel, maybe pranks. Yeah, I'm guessing what type of channels they could be. Key Daniel Davey, welcome. Jeffrey Solano and Monty G. Staff. Congratulations. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope some of the content is helping you if you're on that list, and or for anyone in the chat, I hope the content helps. So shout outs to those 8 brave souls. And back to the chat real quick. Here we go. Have you seen 24/7 live streams playing lo-fi music? What do you think of 24/7 stream ideas? I've seen them. I know what they're about. They're interesting. I'm interested in them more technologically rather than maybe what they can do. I haven't really seen any stats behind the scenes on any of those type of channels. The only person I know personally who has one of those is Nick Dimon. He has a 24/7 sort of like chill music / creator tips up on the screen that goes on his channel. Maybe we can pull that up. You have a quick look. It's on the Tubatools channel, I think. Yeah. Let me...
Grab a fresh cup of your favorite morning drop. Creator Breakfast continues.
All right, so this is the Tubatools channel, which is run by Nick Nimmin, of course. And you can see here's a 24/7 live, hundreds of popular YouTube video ideas, especially the video ideas scrolling on the screen, accompanied by 24/7 chill music. Now I'm going to open this up. Now, fortunately, make sure I don't. Now, see, he's been streaming. This has been going. Whoop. Hopefully, I don't get a strike for that. I think he's getting music from Epidemic, which case is fine because I get my music from Epidemic as well. I have a license, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But basically, it's that sort of chill music that you just heard for a few seconds there, with basically these types of things. Discuss your favorite tech. So they're giving you video ideas for videos, basically. This has been running, and there's only one person watching, which is obviously me. This has been running non-stop since February 14 this year. So this has been running for the better part of this year. And I remember when it was early on, I think he put it out last year. It's probably stopped and started a couple of times before February. It's basically... it had a lot of traffic early on, a lot of interest. He doesn't really promote it, but it's there. It gets people's attention. They come past. I don't know what the stats are like. I don't know how beneficial that is. But you can see that over however many, since February 14, it's had 1,600 likes and 105 dislikes. There's no way of telling how many views it has because it's a live stream. But yeah, I'm fairly interested in just the going the nuts and bolts of setting something like that up. That's what I'm interested in more so than the stats. So yeah, I don't know the benefit of it. I don't know if that's driving traffic. It's not really driving traffic to anything. It's more of an experiment. Is what I'm going to say. So let me get back to my camera. Make sure that stream doesn't keep playing in the background. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, where am I up to? I think I've lost a spot, but here, okay. Piano Music Clocks Learning and More by Youssef was asking about rules for live. Now, in my description, I do have some basic rules. Let's see if I can read them out, because I don't... Here we go. There's a little chat rule here. If you look down in there, you can read along. It says chat rules. First rule is to be polite, no swearing. You know, we want to be cordial on the stream. If we're talking about something, I'll try and stay on topic. So if there's... That basically means that if the stream has a particular theme or talking about, say, YouTube monetization is what we're talking about for the whole stream, then we'd like to keep the questions on topic. But in a general Q&A, that's not so much. Second, another one, no spamming of emojis. Anything greater than one line in the chat will be removed. So that's like just, hey, you know, if you just go overboard with emojis and, you know, it's frowned upon. We consider it as spammy, so we're going to probably remove that. We don't allow sub for sub in the chat, self-promotion and things like that. No posting links, probably because you can't post links because I have blocked links on my channel. And follow the direction given by Doug verbally or by the moderators. So respect the moderators. If they ask you to settle down, then you settle down. They're my personal rules. They're the ones that I put in the description. They're the ones I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it light. I'm like, I don't want it too serious or heavy. But sometimes you just got to have a little bit of rules. And how to do a 24/7 live, which is a follow up to the other question. Glad you asked. I'm not going to go into detail, but to say that what you need is a virtual server or a virtual computer, which you can go and rent or buy on a monthly basis. Basically, it's a computer, a Windows machine that's in the cloud, and you basically can connect to it, set up OBS, and set up your live stream in that using VLC and playlists and everything to make... bumping the microphone. You can basically set up what you do on your Windows computer. You can set up OBS. You can set up everything you need to run a real stream, and then roll that going, and then set it up, link it to your YouTube account, do all the things that you do in OBS, like you would do for any stream, and then you can just click go live and then log out, and it's just going to roll whatever you've set up to roll, whether it's a slideshow or the music or videos that are back to back that just are queued to keep playing in a rotation. And that's basically how it happens. And then if there's any issues, you just have to log into that virtual machine and fix whatever's gone wrong, whether if they've rebooted it or crashed or whatever, and you can just restart OBS and get it going again. That's the basic gist of it. It does cost a little bit of money. A little bit of money behind that. A little bit of money behind that. I have a laptop plugged into my router with a remote desktop and OBS with playlist of music, and I have some tests on it, and it seems good. Yeah, you can set that up on a dedicated machine in your own home. But obviously, if you lose power or if your internet goes down, then you might have to get things going again. But it's just as easy to access, I guess, unless you're not at home or something. But yeah, that is probably your own budget way of doing that. You can have a dedicated computer to do that. Awfully Blind with Diana, welcome to the streams. Good to see you here. Question: I'm monetized. What are reasons I may have lost 400 watch hours over the past 5 months? Lost 400 watch hours. Now, I'm assuming... Oh, you're monetized already. Okay, so we're not talking about the watch hours that you're trying to accrue to get 4,000 to get into the YouTube Partner Program. So we're not talking about that monetization. So this is watch hours that are appearing in your analytics, like lifetime, I'm assuming. If that's the case, the only real reason why watch hours would go down is if you removed a video or videos, possibly. Like if you straight out delete them, definitely you've lost it. I think if you privating and unlisting do different things, and it's hard to keep a track of what's what. But sometimes there may be a thing where if you private something, you might lose the watch hours and the views. But usually, definitely 100%, if they're deleted, those views disappear. I don't see YouTube adjusting watch hours like down the road like that. Usually they're finalizing things in the first 48, 72 hours. Like, so you'll see a fluctuation just in that, last couple of days. But once you get past that period, everything should be locked in. So yeah, you'd have to probably look deeper. I'm not sure where exactly you'd look. You just have to sort of just do some investigating in your analytics. Maybe, yeah. So take into account anything you might have removed or hidden on your channel in regards to content. That might be a place to look. They're my thoughts on that anyway. There might be something else that I'm not thinking of that you could take into consideration on that as well, but I'm not sure. All right. Now, I promised deals, and we haven't done any deals yet. All right. I'm changing cameras. Because we're going to do some deals. Let's talk about some deals. I'll get my look at my notes up here real quick. Who wants to start right now? All the deals I've got come from people associated with my community or around the Niminati, of course. Different things like that. So I have just a handful of deals. We'll do the first one. Do you want? I got an audio deal. I've got a deal for LUT packs. I've got a YouTube starter kit for assets like thumbnails and channel art and things like that. And I've got a TubeBuddy deal for you. Which one do you want first? Are you interested in some audio stuff? Do you want some LUT packs for editing? Or, I forgot what they are now. TubeBuddy deals. I'm sort of spoiling that. I've got TubeBuddy deal. Special Black Friday, Cyber Monday TubeBuddy deal. Which I think goes till the end of this month. And... oh yes, a YouTube starter kit of assets for your YouTube channel, channel art and thumbnails, templates and things like that. All right, I think I saw somebody say, okay, we've got a mention for audio deals. I saw a mention for editing deals. Let's do the audio and editing deals first. All right. I'll do it. Now, I've got this one open, so we're going to go this one first. And I need to change screens. Here we go. Change the screens.
Grab a fresh cup of your favorite morning drop. Creator Breakfast continues.
You know what? I went to the wrong screen. But you can see here, this first one is LUT packs. We've got LUT packs from the Filmmaking Store. The Filmmaking Store is from my good friend Vegard, who actually edits Nick Nimmon's videos. He's put together a bunch of LUT packs that he has in his Filmmaking Store, and they're all 60% off. So normally they are $40. They are down to $16. He's got a dark cinematic LUTs, a cyberpunk LUTs pack, a vintage LUTs pack, a cinematic LUTs pack, a LUTs pack for doing for iPhone or video shot on iPhone, and one for video shot on the DJI Osmo Pocket, and drone LUTs as well. So you got LUTs to apply to particular types of footage. So you can buy any or all those. Actually, those last few are actually only $8, so they're down from $20. So you can get in on that at the Filmmaking Store. I'm going to drop a link for that in just a second. I'm going to go to the screen where I actually have these deals set up.
Stay tuned for more creator tips. It's the Creator Breakfast.
All right, you should be seeing that on the screen right now. There it is. 60% off all LUTs at the Filmmaker store. That's the web address. I will also drop that in the chat for you in just half a second. Got to grab the link. Copying that and dropping it in the chat. So if you do, these will definitely work in anything that takes LUT packs. So like Premiere Pro, probably Final Cut, a bunch of others. I think Filmora and different ones have LUTs as well. So there's a link to that one. They're all put together by our good friend Vegard. LUTs. Okay. Oh, what does LUT stand for? Somebody in the chat remind me, because I've just gone blank on what that is, because I just saw Artfully Blind's question, what are LUT packs? Basically, what they do is you put them over... just going to go to a camera. Basically, what you do, you put... They're basically like a color... sort of like a color... like a color profile you put over the footage to make it look cinematic, or make it look, whatever effect you're going for, maybe like an orange teal look or something like that. So that's the sort of thing where you're basically applying like a sunglass effect or a color effect over top of your project, over your footage, to give it a typical sort of look. A lot of cinematic stuff. They use LUT packs to get that look. So LUTs actually stands for something. It's some really boring thing like light upgrade table or something. It's like really boring, but LUT sounds like it's like a really sexy thing, I guess. So they go for that. So yeah, so basically you can apply them in your video editing. Yeah. Lookup table, a color map. Yeah. Eli the bike guy for the win. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you for that. I knew it was something like something up table, or it's a really boring name. And just a shout out to Activity Entertainment, who's popped in whilst I had that first deal up. And Ollie Burp, welcome to the stream. Now the second one, somebody said audio. So the next audio one, let me pull that up, get that ready. That one is... I'm going to go back to that one.
Stay tuned for more creator tips. It's the Creator Breakfast.
The filmmaking leaves. And you know what? I don't have a title for that. I'm supposed to go to the screen capture. Here we go.
Grab a fresh cup of your favorite morning drop. Creator Breakfast continues.
Unfortunately, I tied audio grabs to every scene change. So if that gets too much, let me know. I'm testing them out. But here's some audio things for you guys. If you know Mike Russell, this is Mike Russell on the screen right now. He has a company called Music Radio Creative. He does a live stream every Friday where he does produces jingles, which are like ad reads or adverts for radio, for DJs, for things like that. Does a live stream. Him and his wife do that every single Friday where they produce stuff. They have a service where they do all types of voiceovers. They help produce podcasts and things like that. But what they've got here is a save up to 50% off Black Friday sale. It's running now till Cyber Monday. And they have things like 50% off voices. Now, voices where you choose somebody to do your voiceover, and there's a price, obviously, for them to record a voiceover where they do that and add all the effects, produce it, and for whatever need you have, whether it's like a podcast intro or a announcement on your radio station, something for your live stream, which is some of the things I use in my live stream have come from Music Radio Creative. The 50% off presets. These presets are for Adobe Audition. As you can see, here's some preset things here. Adobe Audition presets. They got a lot of 50% off the price there. And they're even offering 50% off packages, like a package where they record you a podcast intro and outro, things like that. So you can go and explore all those deals. Now I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you guys. So that's from Mike Russell and his team, Isabella, and their staff there. They do an awesome job. They're one of the premier voiceover podcast producing companies on the internet. And I will get back to the chat as soon as I drop that link for you guys, so you can go check those out. So if you're interested in, now the Adobe Audition presets are really good. So if you use Adobe Audition to do audio things, then the presets are going to be your thing, basically. But they have a lot of other stuff, so you can go and explore the deals that they got over there in regards to audio production and stuff that you can use in your own audio productions that you might do yourself. Now, the link is important. And I've got to copy it. Copying links into the chat is just the amazing part. So here's a link. That's the link to use if you want to go and check out the 50% off deals and up to 50% off deals from MRC, Music Radio Creative. All right, we've got some things here. Where are we up to in the chat? In the Garden and the Blessings is here. Welcome, welcome. Activity Entertainment says, I'm a great fan of Doug Hewson YT. Thank you very much. Ron's Days. Hey, bro. Remember me. Of course. Of course. Well, they're two of the deals I got for you. We'll hit the TubeBuddy one up shortly, and I've also got one more for you, which is the YouTube Starter Kit, which I will be dropping a link for shortly. All right. Don't forget, if you got questions, creator-related questions, make sure you drop them in the chat right now. Keep this stream rolling. Keep the stream rolling. And I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to do the YouTube Starter Kit one in about 60 seconds. 60 seconds we're going to do that one. And you know what? My coffee is now cold. But I prefer cold coffee to cold tea. I feel like I've got like a ringer. What's it called? You know, you get coffee because it was a cappuccino, so there's a little bit of froth. I just don't want to have that around my lips. Okay, let's have a look. Awfully Blown with Diana. I haven't removed any videos. It's reflected in my rolling 360 days in analytics. Ah, yes. Okay, so if it's only the last 365 days, anything that's older than that has dropped off. So that means, yeah, it's very possible. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Hey, if I'm looking at this camera, let's switch to it. It's very, yeah. I think you've hit it there with what you said there. As those 365 days keep moving along the timeline, the older stuff just keeps falling off. So you have to actually replace that with new watch time to keep those hours up. Now, once you're monetized, you don't have to worry about that so much, because as long as you're keeping everything active on your channel, they're not going to boot you out for maybe dropping below 4,000 if that's something that you're concerned with. So you don't have to worry about that so much. They're only going to remove you from the partner program is if you break a rule, or if you basically go inactive on your channel for something like 6 months or more, and then they're going to want to, but you can keep that going by even just doing a community post or something like that. Keeping some sort of activity on your channel sort of precludes from anything like you dropping below the watch hours or whatever. But it's good to just keep those videos, keep those views coming in, keep that watch time coming in. And over time, you will see the overall last 365 days of watch time will keep increasing. Once you hit a certain point, that will increase as your channel's growing. That number should go up. At the moment, it can go down. I can understand it can go down. So it's not a problem at all. But I think you hit it on the head what the problem is. Will Nick Nimmin be live? Why is there a countdown for Nimmin live? Now, the little story for the countdown is it's there more for my benefit, to keep me on track to not go overtime. So this is when I know that I need to aim to finish my stream so that I don't run into nickname and stream, because I need to hop off here and get on over there. So it's for my benefit more than anything else. Have I used Adobe Premiere Pro before? I've seen quite a few reviews about it. Thought I'd try it out. Like, it is one of the, probably the most popular, or most popular is one thing, but there's a lot of more value sort of budget level editing software you could consider popular as well. But it's probably the most respected video editing software for having professional tools in it, which you could say the same for something like Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and there's probably a few others as well. So they're all good. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Premiere Pro as long as you take the time to any of the software. You take the time to learn the software that you've decided on, and you give it time. Watch tutorials, read the manual if you're that way inclined. Whatever it takes for you to learn how to use all the tools that they give you in that software. Like I edit in Final Cut. If I went over to Premiere, it would take me time to adjust. So, take that what you will. All right, the YouTube Starter Kit. Let's get into that before we continue. And before we finish the stream, I have a special gift for those who are interested in video assets, and in particular, a 1 minute countdown timer for, say, a live stream or something similar where you might need an on-screen timer or countdown. I've got a free one for you coming up towards the end of the stream. Stick around for that. All right, the YouTube Starter Kit. I got a special deal for you from our pal.
Stay tuned for more creator tips. It's the Creator Breakfast.
It's Roberto Blake's YouTube Starter Kit. He's always getting this updated, adding new things to it. It's a lifetime access, so it's not like you have to pay for this. It's not a subscription. It is a one-time payment. Now, it's normally $99, and you have it for life. You can just access everything. You can log in and access anything on the site. Templates for thumbnails, templates for channel art, anything that's asset related. There's probably, I think there's things in there for end screens. The whole kit and caboodle. So you can download it into Photoshop, Photo P, anything that takes the PSD files, and tweak them, edit them, make them your own, and be able to use them on your channel with no issues at all. Now, he's giving 40% off if you use a coupon code BlackFriday40. So let me drop that in the chat. Black Friday 40. That's the coupon code. And then I'll get the link for you right now. They'll get you over there. It's a YouTube Starter Kit. Oh, caps lock's on. Does that ever happen to you? Get caught with the caps lock on. I always recommend the YouTube Starter Kit. I think it's really good, especially if you're not confident in doing your own thumbnails from scratch, because thumbnails is something you do in like every video. You've got to do a thumbnail. If you're not confident in creating something from scratch, start with a template, whether it's something from the YouTube Starter Kit or your... And there's the link going in now. The YouTube Starter Kit, or whether you use something like Canva that has templates, or Placeit that has templates, or any of those things, then make sure you jump on those and help, benefit your channel by using some professional-looking thumbnails if you're not at that level yet. So it's well worth using something like the YouTube Starter Kit. Now, there's additional resources in the Starter Kit as well. Let me just check on that, what that's... You know what? I don't have that. Okay, I don't have that. I didn't have it open. I thought I had it open. I don't have it open, but there's some additional resources in there as well to help you on your YouTube channel. It's not just visual assets. There's I think there's some guides and stuff in there as well. So make sure you avail yourself of that if you're a fairly new in YouTube, or you just need to up your artwork and thumbnail game a little bit to your channel. That's well worth doing that. So coming back to me. All right, we're on this camera right now, aren't we? I'm going to jump back to the other camera and jump back in the chat. We're really going below 4K watch hours won't... Yeah, that's right. I'm trying my hardest now to increase my hours by streaming 5 times a week. Yeah, live streaming will help as well. Live streaming is great for watch time. That'll help boost that a little bit. But yeah, if you drop... don't worry if you drop below that after you've been monetized and got into the YouTube Partner Program, because they basically won't hold that against you unless you basically just lose all activity on your channel, like you go stagnant, don't upload anything. Then they'll say, oh, this person hasn't been uploading for more than 6 months. We're going to remove them from the partner program. So it's always good just to keep some sort of activity on your channel. Say you go on a world trip for 6 months and you're a little bit sporadic. Just upload a video occasionally, or do a community post to keep your viewers interested and know that you haven't dropped off the face of the earth. and I put YouTube. It's the new YouTube. It's YouTube. YouTube starter kit. Yeah, excuse my typo. Roberto Blake is always amazing. Yeah, Roberto and his team have put together some great stuff there. Midnight Madness 4x4. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have a mod in the house. What are the new monetization policies? Well, there isn't really technically any new policies. To get monetized, you still need your 1,000 subscribers, your 4,000 hours of public watch time. So that hasn't changed. What has changed, or what happened recently, is they added a section to the YouTube Terms of Service on what's called the right to monetize. And there's a lot of talk about what that means when you read it. There's some additional documentation. My most recent video I put out nearly a week ago, I actually talk about an alternative way of looking at that. And I actually go through and read the terms of service for the right to monetize. It's the first half of the right to monetize is actually the exact one. The other thing to note that it only applies in the US right now. It's only an update to the US terms of service. If you're in a different country, it doesn't apply yet. They're going to be rolling that out to other countries in 2021. But basically, people are concerned with, because there's wording in there that leads people to believe that even though they're not in the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has the right to put ads on their videos and therefore make money off those ads, but not share it with the creator just because of the fact that they're not in the YouTube Partner Program yet. So there's people, small creators, who maybe are unhappy with that. My view on that is that it probably isn't going to apply to small creators. You can watch my full video on that. It's a little long. I think it goes for about 15 minutes. But it's me. I'm going through and I'm walking through it step by step and explaining the extra documentation that it forms my opinion on why I think that's the case. That they're not actually going after small creators. They're actually wanting to monetize very, very large channels that have a lot of content. They get a lot of watch time, a lot of views that aren't in the YouTube Partner Program. And so therefore, they're getting a free ride on YouTube because they are not in the YouTube Partner Program, and YouTube are paying for all that bandwidth and that space and the servers and everything to host their stuff. But there's nothing coming back to YouTube from that channel, at least. So I believe that's who YouTube really are going after. That is... Oh, I see Nick Nimmin in the house. We'll get to that. Nick Nimmin's listening to my thoughts on this. So this is interesting. Eli the Bike Guy says, Doug, do you know how YouTube police channels Polices. Oh, polices. Yeah, of course. It says polices. Polices. I thought it was like policies. Polices channels that buy subs and views. I see some suspicious numbers on certain channels that makes me wonder. If YouTube are confident that somebody is doing what we like to say in Australia, the dodgy, then they've got systems in place where they're going to pick those things up and take action. So they can tell. They know, like, they have far more information on traffic sources, where those views are coming from, whether it's like a click farm or different things like that. They know these things. So that does catch up on those people. And that's why you see people always, probably at least once a month or more, people say, I just lost 5 subscribers. I just lost 20 subscribers. I just lost 50 subscribers in one hit. And it's because all those subscribers that are on their channel have been possibly they've been terminated for one reason or another, and that's one of the reasons is they've been terminated for bringing in false metrics, basically, as a broad term. And then there's people who do it because they do excessive sub for sub. There are people who get removed for dropping spam, excessive spam in chats and in comments. There's people who get removed. Of course, there's channels that get removed because the channel's like, the owner of the channel's like no longer doing YouTube or no longer a viewer. They might be deceased, have a court order saying they're deceased. Can you shut down the channel? So there's all these reasons why these channels get removed. But yes, it's getting policed. YouTube do pick up on this stuff over time. Sometimes people might be thinking that they're getting away with it, but YouTube are just accruing the evidence to say, okay, now we're going to drop the hammer, and they'll drop the hammer. When will I be live again? I should be live this time next week. I usually go live Saturdays at this time, or thereabouts. Autobot Simmer, welcome to the stream. Cracks me up. People calling it communism. YouTube is a free service, but there's no such thing as free. I also thought YouTube had been doing that since day one. Yeah. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, I thought they were running ads on videos, and sometimes they are. And previous to now, they have been running ads on like videos that have been copyright claimed, so that they can give that revenue to the copyright holders for whatever music or video or whatever's been claimed on those videos. So those people might not be in the YouTube partner program yet, but that video has a copyright claim. They're going to put ads on that because they're going to recoup revenue to the copyright holder. And that's the whole deal with why there's copyright claims and not just strikes where they're just going to remove your channel. They're saying, yeah, we'll leave that on. You can leave that on your channel, but we're going to take the revenue from that because you're using our song, you're using our video, or whatever it is. Nick Dimon is in the house. And viral breakouts. Yeah, because you could be a small channel and then put out your 5th video and blow up millions of views. You could be the next Justin Bieber. Millions of views and bam, it's like, okay, YouTube saying, yeah, let's make some money. Let's make a little bit of money. Let's recoup some costs for the amount of traffic that's coming in on that particular video. Because just the bandwidth for the traffic on a video that's getting millions and millions of views. That's data, that's bandwidth, that's server time, that's all the IT things that you can think of. It's all happening in the background. They definitely crack down on websites and let you submit a video, select the view duration, and people can just let videos play in the background. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with that. And there's a little point. Nick Nimmin is starting 15 minutes later today. Which reminds me, I don't have to stop in 15 minutes. There we go. All right. Now, we did the YouTube starter kit. We've got one more Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal to share from my main list, of course. I got one final gift at the end of the stream for you guys. That is absolutely free. Actually, I'm in this camera, aren't I? Absolutely free. But let's head on over and talk about TubeBuddy.
Stay tuned for more creator tips. It's the Creator Breakfast.
TubeBuddy. Black Friday deals. I want to get my talking points up on this because I don't want to get it wrong. All right. TubeBuddy, if you're going to have a tool to help you manage your YouTube channel, I think TubeBuddy is the go-to tool. And it's always good to open up the right talking points. So they have two deals here. Well, it's really the same deal. It's just applied differently. Basically, if you've never had a license before, you can sign up for any paid license and get 25% off. All you have to do is go to the link, which I'll drop in the chat for you in just a second. Just going to copy that, ready to drop. Now, if you get a month-to-month plan, so you can get 25% off any month-to-month plan. And if you have an annual plan, it works out to be a 40% saving because you already save some money being the annual plan, plus you get your 25% off. So then it gets you 40% off if you buy an annual plan or renew annually, which is pretty good too. So what you need to do is go to the link that I'm going to post in a second. It's also on the screen there. So if you're starting signing up for the first time, it applies to any level. Now, if you already have a plan, say you're on Pro, what you'll need to do is maybe upgrade to Star or Legend to get your discount. You can't apply it to an existing, if you already have an existing subscription, you can't apply it to that. But if you do an upgrade, you can apply it to it. Or if it's your first time signing up, you can apply the discount. One location to go to is the link that's on the screen, which I'm also dropping in the chat right now for TubeBuddy. It's that one there. And if you notice all the links I'm dropping, actually, no, it's not all the links I'm dropping because I did drop Vegard's Filmmaker Store link. I just gave the straight link there. But yeah, I have short links now. I have dhyt.link. So you see anything that's dhyt.link /TubeBuddy, whatever, you know. It'll be different depending on the link. But in this case, it's /TBBF 2020. That will take you to the page where you can grab 25% off any license monthly plan or 40% off any yearly license, whether you're signing up for the first time or upgrading from your current plan to a higher level plan. So if you're on Pro, you want to upgrade to Star. If you're on Star, you want to upgrade to Legend. If you're already on Legend, I don't know if I can help you. You've got the bee's knees on Legend. So that's the TubeBuddy deal. You might have seen that elsewhere, but I'm just thought I'd share this one with you. If you want to avail yourself of that, use that link. And note that is an affiliate link. And so if you use that particular link, it does help me out as well. It helps you because you save. It helps me because I get an affiliate commission. That's how it works. Let's go back to that screen and jump back to this camera. Here we go. There we go. Keep your questions coming. Let's see. We've got a couple of questions here. Activity entertainment is dropping. Is that the same question twice? Does YouTube's new monetization affect me? Still, I don't monetize my channel. Right now, it probably isn't. What I'd suggest is if you're not in the YouTube partner program yet, unless you get a viral video or something where you're generating a lot of traffic on YouTube, then you're probably not going to have YouTube running a huge amount of ads or any ads on your thing, unless you get like a copyright claim, like I mentioned earlier, if they need to recoup the cost to pay the copyright holder for the fact that you use their music, so they take the revenue from the ads. Once you get in the YouTube partner program, that still applies. If you have a copyright claim, then instead of you getting the money, the copyright holder gets the money. So it works both ways. So as a small channel, I don't think it's going to affect you that much. That's my opinion. I'm putting it out there. That's my opinion. Now, just going back to the deals, there's something I didn't disclose earlier. I mentioned it on the TubeBuddy one, but I didn't mention it. Now, the other ones that I actually are an affiliate link is also the YouTube, Roberto's YouTube starter kit. That's an affiliate link as well. Everything else that I mentioned, the Lutz pack from Vanguard and the MRC, the audio presets and things like that, they're not sponsored. They're not affiliate links. They are just ones I wanted to recommend. So, because I didn't specify it earlier, I wasn't clear on that. So I need to be clear because I need to follow the rules. Even though I'm in Australia, I still have to follow FTC rules because we're on YouTube. YouTube is based in America. And I'm talking to people who are possibly in America. It's always good to be upfront. I'm still learning the ropes on affiliate stuff and remembering that I have to actually disclose those things along the way. And it's a good thing to know as a creator as well. When you're getting out there, remember, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Remember to look at the right camera. But you got to remember that if you're advertising something on your channel and it's an affiliate link, or you've got a deal with whoever it is, a sponsorship, whatever, you got to disclose that. So that's me disclosing it. Let me go back to the chat. And Diana's back, and I clicked on one, and the other one comes up. What's reasons for me to continually gaining and losing 3 to 5 subscribers? Up and down, up and down. I think one of the reasons for the losses is often the things that we were just talking about a few minutes ago, which was, people where YouTube are terminating and removing channels and accounts for terms of service violations that we talked about, like sub for subs and people who are gaming the system, people who are gaming views, things like that. People, when they're clearing out accounts for deceased people, and all that sort of thing. I just saw Paul Peck come in. So they're the losses. And then obviously, you're gaining subscribers. What I find is it's more noticeable early on when you've got a lower subscriber count because you're not putting on subscribers as quickly. And so sometimes it's like a yo-yo. You're going up a little bit, you're going down a little bit. When you get to sort of in the, like me, I'm over 5,000, heading towards 6,000 subscribers. I find that most of the time I only see the number go up. So when I get a reduction, it's absorbed by the increase. But even this week, I've noticed that it actually went back by a few subscribers. So there must have been a significant purge by YouTube. And it's not something to get too fussed about because the subscriber numbers go up and down. As Nick, who's probably still in the chat, says that he's lost literally thousands of subscribers over his years, six or so years that he's been on YouTube. He's lost literally thousands. And I think it's was it more than 100,000 or something? Some ridiculous number. But it's in the thousands. Like, you could go into your analytics and look at your lifetime losses, and you'll be actually shocked that many people have actually. Yeah, there he is. Nick lost over 200,000 subscribers. I had a feeling it was over 100. So yeah, you're going to lose them. And if Nick Nemeth can lose 200,000 subscribers over time, that's not all at once. It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to all of us. So you can be mentally prepared for that. Don't let that get you down because you'll see fluctuations. Sometimes that's why, like you saw fluctuations in the watch time, you see fluctuations in the views. There's going to be fluctuations. There's going to be seasonal stuff. There's going to be stuff because stuff's not performing as well. There's all sorts of reasons. So don't get down when something gets a downturn. When you start getting like in your dashboard, you start getting like you've some statistic has dropped a little bit. Instead of seeing all the green arrows going up, you see something going down or something stagnant. So don't let that get to you too much. Brian G. Johnson in the house. It is an honour. Brian G. Johnson. Nick Nemeth and Brian G. Johnson in the same live stream chat at the same time. Is it possible? This is awesome. Awesome. I'm getting pumped now. I'm getting pumped because Nimmin Live's coming up soon. So I'm getting pumped. Probably, in about 30 minutes now? 30 minutes or so? Wow. So I'm getting pumped now too. As Nick says, now the party can start. I do have one more gift for you guys. Yeah, and there's the 30 minutes out from next stream. Just popped on my alerts. It's like a walking YouTube alerts here right now. Boom. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. Activity Entertainment took the caps lock off. Paul Peck's wielding the hammer there. It's the hammer. It's that grey in the check mark. It just wields authority in the chat. So if you got questions, drop them in the chat. The questions are for me. They're not for Nick or Brian. They're not on board to answer your YouTube questions. That's coming up in about half an hour. But if you've got a question for me, you can drop that in there now. I think we've done all the segments. We've done our subscriber shout out for the week, and we've gone through most of our deals that I wanted to mention today. Let me know. I have 2 questions for you. 2 questions. Let me know if... What was the first question? I'm drawing a blank again. Have you ever gone blank on a live stream? Let me know. That's not my question. My question is, do you want to see maybe every live stream that I mention one product or service or offer? Because, every now and then, I mention TubeBuddy. If it comes up in the question and answers, I talk about it. I maybe even drop a link for it, like I do, dropping my links. Sometimes people ask me about, what have I got here? I'm just looking at what links I've got. You often ask me about what I'm live streaming with, if it's StreamYard or if it's Ecamm or whatever it is. Sometimes you're asking me about different things, and so I'll drop a link for you, which is fine. But do you want me to have something prepared, maybe one item prepared each stream for you? Let me know if that's something. The other thing, I'll ask a question after I reveal my final Black Friday / Cyber Monday gift. It's a gift. It's a free gift. It's a free gift from me. And it's like a pre-look at something that's coming up that I'm working on. It is not finished yet, but we're dropping a free gift regardless. And we're about to get to it. I see a question. Is there a reason why YouTube just randomly crashes on me? It depends on what device you're on. Yeah, it depends on your connectivity, whether it's your Wi-Fi, your internet, something like that. So if it's a mobile device, it could be your Wi-Fi. If it's an old device, it could be the device just getting a little bit old. Maybe you want to reinstall the apps or reinstall the whole operating system, depending on your confidence level. It just depends. It could be just an old device that's not supporting the new updates to the apps. If it's a really old device, YouTube might not be updating the apps for a device that old or for your operating system. So there are things to be mindful of. Could be any of those things. And as Paul Peck says in the chat there, might be your internet. Yep. Oh, asking about my headphones. These are AKGs. These are studio headphones. Let's see if we get the focus there. AKG 52, K52s. So they're just studio headphones. So they're good for monitoring, good for editing, things like that. And gee, it sounds different without the headphones on. So they're the ones that I'm using. AKG, pretty good. Sounds good. I'm usually on PC. It's a brand new game PC, not sure. It does close the tab. Okay, so it's not an app you're in the browser, I guess, in regards to YouTube. So maybe check what browser you're using. Maybe use a different browser. So if you're using like Edge or something, maybe try Chrome. Or if you're using Chrome, try Firefox. Whatever web browser you're using, maybe try a different web browser. See if that helps. That'd be some other thing, yeah. Paul Peck's picking up what I'm putting down there. All right, the counter's hitting 0, but we can roll a little bit longer, and we're gonna get to the free gift. Let's get to the free gift. Now I've got to find the scene. Here we are. Jack back over.
Stay tuned for more creator tips. It's the Creator Breakfast.
We say goodbye to the TubeBuddy and my free gift. I have a free gift for you, which I need to get that link ready to drop as well. You can see it there on the screen. I have a 1-minute countdown timer animation that you can use on a live stream, or you can use on in a video editor to add it to a video or something like that. It just counts down from 1 minute to 0. Counts down every second. It's just a basic font. It's basic white. There's nothing special, but it's just a simple countdown. You know what? I should have had it set up to play, but you can go check it out. What it looks like. There's some images over at the link, so you can download. This is a free download, so you can download it for free and use it. There's some information in the thing about what it might work in and what it might not work in, how you can get it working, because obviously different apps do transparent MOVs differently. So you know, just for people in the chat, if you reach out to me, I can give you some tips on that. But there's some information in the description on that particular one anyway. Let me drop the link in. There it is. There's a free. This is going to my new store, which at the moment only has that one free gift in it. That's why it's not ready for launch. This is what I call a pre-launch gift. This is because it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and because you're in my community, I'm giving you this first free gift. So you can go over there, and hopefully that'll work. Let me know. I've only set this up earlier today. I need to know. You're my test subjects. It's a free gift. If that's something you would use maybe in a live stream, you could add it to maybe something that you're editing together to be the intro to your live stream, where you have it working. You know, like the little intro that I have on my live stream. You can add it to that. You can move it around, make it bigger or smaller. It's just sitting in the middle of the screen. You can edit it in any manner you wish and use it freely. You won't get any copyright claims here. But that's it. That's my free gift for you. And there's going to be things coming to this asset store. As you can see in the banner there, it says there might be some lower thirds that you can use, some more countdowns, some motion graphics. I can't even say graphics. Motion graphics. And there's going to be some guides in there. There'll be some PDFs and things in the future. We might have some sort of guide for Streamlabs or live streaming or Ecamm or StreamYard or whatever apps that I'm covering on my channel. Basically, there might be some guides that are dropping in there, which some stuff might be free, some stuff might be for a few dollars, but it's assets and resources to help creators. And that's been on the screen long enough. Let's us roll on back here. All right. So that's my free gift to you. So there's no coupon codes, no payment. You just go through the steps. Let me know if it works okay. I should really tested it myself first, but it should work because I set it up over on my Selfie store. All right. Any last questions? We're going to be wrapping things up. Niman Live's coming up in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Oh, I think there's some I missed. I'll just scroll back to where I missed. Okay. Eli's asked a question. I don't want to miss the questions. Doug, does YouTube prohibit or dislike restreaming to other services? I don't believe YouTube have a specific rule. A lot of YouTubers will do YouTube and maybe screen to. Oh, I see a super chat or a super sticker. I see a super chat coming in. We'll get the notification coming up here if Streamlabs is working properly today. In a few minutes, that'll come up, and then I'll pull that up on the screen as well. Let me finish answering the question. Yeah, YouTube doesn't have a specific rule because you'll see often YouTubers will stream. They'll do YouTube as their primary thing. They might do Twitch. There we go.
Thank you for the super chat.
I always love the Streamlabs alerts are slightly delayed. Let me pull that up there on the screen. Utterly Blind with Dana. Super Chat $5. Thank you for the great help. My pleasure. Here to help. Here to answer questions on the stream. Appreciate you. Appreciate the Super Chat. Back to where I was, because I don't want to miss anybody. Just had to jump down that. So yeah, no, YouTube don't have any specific rules like saying, no, you cannot. Not like Twitch, where as soon as you're partnered with Twitch, they say, no, you can't stream anywhere. You can't co-stream. You can't co-stream anywhere else. Most of the other platforms are cool with it. Twitch is the main one, where they say, as soon as you're partnered, you can't multi-stream anywhere. So as soon as you're partnered with Twitch, then you're only allowed to broadcast to Twitch. You can't broadcast to YouTube. You can't go to Facebook. So be mindful of that if you're into Twitch or you're using Twitch. But if you're on YouTube, you can stream other places. Like I know heaps of YouTubers, they stream to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, LinkedIn, and probably a few other less known ones. More obscure, you could say. There goes my mouse again. Yeah, Michael's here. Logically picking a product or service to talk about each stream could also be added to the YouTube title to gain viewers who's looking to help on that item. Yeah. I think I'm getting it. I just get my head around it. Maybe it's the late hour, because it is just coming up to midnight where I am. I know for many of you, it's Creative Breakfast. It's the morning. But for me, it's nearly midnight. I'm just going to pull out one more time. I just need to get my head around it. Logically picking a product or service to talk about each stream could also be added to the YouTube title to gain viewers. Oh, yeah. For SEO value, say, hey, in this stream, we're talking about and we're promoting Morning Fame. Or this stream, we're talking about Place It. Or this stream, we're talking about StreamYard, or whatever it is. Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm getting it. So if you partner with Twitch, can you still live stream on YouTube but not share it on Twitch? Don't hold me to this, because I'm not a Twitch expert. I know enough to get by. I'm not sure if it's specifically for multi-streaming, so you can't multi-stream while you're streaming on Twitch, or whether you can stream on Twitch, but if you stream on Twitch, you just stream to Twitch. But if you're asking if you can stream to YouTube at a different time. That I'm not sure. I'm going to say, because Twitch has different levels, as Twitch affiliate, Twitch partner. I don't know which one's higher and lower. There's one where there's a very, very hard exclusivity clause, which is the higher level one. So when you're on that first partnered one, I'm not sure. That might be a good question if you know somebody who's more into Twitch, to know what the Twitch rules on that are for that particular one. But I know you definitely can't multi-stream, so you can't be live on both at the same time. So there, that's me answering the questions. Any final questions? We're going to be wrapping things up in just probably the next few minutes. Let me know if you're one of the people if you've had a crack at downloading that countdown timer. Let me know if it's all working. If you have any issues, make sure you reach out to me via my YouTube channel. You can get me either in the comments, or if you need to email me directly, you can go to the About page and use the email, which I believe is business@DougHewsonYT.com. You can get me those two ways. Or if you follow me on Twitter, Twitter is a great place to send me a quick DM. If you want to reach out to me and just let me know if there's any issues with the download. And I click that and the wrong one comes up. Yeah, pop the heat. Yeah, I think so. That's my understanding. I could be slightly wrong, but I think that's the basic gist of it all. That's the the vibe of the thing, as they say in the movies. Looks like the questions have petered out. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap things up. I want to thank everyone for joining me on the stream today. Make sure to give the stream a thumbs up if you've got any value at all. And also make sure that after this, you head on over to Nick Nimmer's channel, join Nimmer Live, starting in exactly 15 minutes or so from now, where you're going to get your YouTube questions answered in such a big way. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. You'll see me there. I'll be in the chat. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm pumped. This live stream's got me pumped. I'm going to be going into next stream with renewed vigor and strength. Pray for me because it is midnight now and I need to start for a few more hours. Let's get my end screen ready. This is Doug, and I'll catch you later.